Have you ever faced a moment in the bathroom when something simple, something you've done your whole life, suddenly became difficult? Maybe your arms didn't reach the way they used to. Maybe your back didn't bend, or your balance felt unsteady. It's a private moment, a quiet frustration, and too often it comes with shame no one deserves. But here's what no one tells you. You are not the only one. Every day, millions of older adults silently struggle with one of life's most basic routines, wiping after using the toilet. Not because they've failed, but because their bodies have changed, and no one prepared them for this part of aging, the part where independence feels at risk, where asking for help feels too embarrassing, and where comfort, dignity, and cleanliness are suddenly in question. But today, that silence ends. In this video, you'll discover real solutions, simple, respectful, and beautifully practical answers to one of the most overlooked challenges in senior life. From premoistened wipes to bidet attachments, from shower tips to life-changing daily habits, you're going to learn how to care for your body in a way that honors it, not hides it. Because this isn't about giving up. This is about adapting with grace. It's about reclaiming comfort, confidence, and control in one of the most personal spaces in your home. You deserve that. And we're here to show you how, step by step. So take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey together. 1. The quiet struggle in the bathroom, reclaiming dignity through honest solutions. For many older adults, the hardest battles are fought in silence, and often they happen behind closed bathroom doors. It's not about weakness. It's not about failure. It's about change. As the body ages, simple routines like wiping after using the toilet can suddenly feel difficult, even overwhelming. Arthritis may stiffen the fingers. A sore back may refuse to bend. Shoulders no longer stretch the way they once did. And what was once a mindless motion now becomes a moment filled with hesitation, frustration, and even fear. But here's the truth no one talks about enough. This experience is common. In fact, millions of seniors deal with it every single day. Yet many keep it to themselves, ashamed to ask for help, worried that needing assistance makes them less independent. But it doesn't. Aging is not defeat. It's a transition. And this transition calls for new tools, new habits, and most importantly, new levels of self-kindness. When wiping becomes difficult, the real issue isn't just hygiene, it's dignity. It's about confidence, peace of mind, and the ability to care for oneself without fear or embarrassment. The problem may seem small from the outside, but for the person experiencing it, it can quietly erode self-esteem and autonomy. That's why talking about it matters. Naming the struggle is the first courageous step toward finding comfort again. No one should suffer in silence for something so basic, so human, so universal. At this stage of life, adaptation isn't a sign of giving up. It's a powerful expression of resilience. There are compassionate, senior-friendly solutions available, designed specifically for bodies that move differently. From soft wipes to supportive bathroom tools, from simple habits to smart innovations, help exists. But the help only matters if someone knows they deserve it. And they do. Every person deserves to feel clean, respected, and in control of their body, no matter their age. Senior wisdom understands that dignity begins in the smallest routines. This is not just about physical hygiene. It's about emotional health, personal pride, and maintaining that vital sense of self. No one should feel broken or ashamed for needing help. You're not alone. You're not failing. You're simply adjusting. And you are worthy of support that meets you exactly where you are, with compassion, grace, and practical care. 2. Why toilet paper isn't senior-friendly. Rethinking a lifelong habit with grace. For decades, toilet paper has been the go-to hygiene tool in American households. It's familiar, it's expected. It's what most of us were taught to use from the time we were young. But for older adults, especially those over 65. That long-standing habit starts to reveal its shortcomings. As mobility decreases, joints stiffen, and skin becomes more fragile, the reality is clear. Traditional toilet paper wasn't made with aging bodies in mind. And what was once routine now feels like a daily challenge. For seniors facing arthritis, back pain, or limited shoulder movement, the act of twisting and reaching to wipe properly can feel not only uncomfortable, but nearly impossible. And when wiping becomes inconsistent or incomplete, it opens the door to irritation, lingering bacteria, urinary tract infections, and even painful rashes. Toilet paper is dry and rough on thinning skin. The repeated friction can leave delicate areas feeling raw and inflamed. Worse, it often doesn't clean effectively, leaving behind residue that only adds to the discomfort and anxiety many seniors quietly carry. And yet, so many older adults continue using it out of habit, unaware that better options exist. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to make a fuss. But this isn't about fuss. It's about comfort, health, and confidence. Here's the liberating truth. It's okay to move beyond what's familiar. It's okay to say, "This no longer works for me." That realization isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Seniors have spent a lifetime adapting to changes, raising families, surviving hardship, and meeting life's demands with grit and grace. Changing hygiene habits is just another chapter in that legacy of resilience. And now, with more options available than ever before, older adults can choose tools that actually serve their needs, gently, effectively, and without shame. At Senior Wisdom, we honor the courage it takes to reevaluate something so personal. We believe hygiene isn't just a routine, it's a reflection of how you care for yourself. And you deserve care that respects your current body, not the one you had 30 years ago. Letting go of toilet paper when it no longer serves you isn't giving up. It's stepping into a smarter, kinder way of living. Whether it's switching to wipes, using water-based cleaners, or finding tools that ease the strain, the right solution is out there. And most importantly, you're worth finding it.
If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward.
3. Better alternatives to toilet paper. Gentle tools that restore independence. When something as essential as wiping becomes difficult, the solution isn't to suffer in silence. It's to find a better way. Thankfully, today's seniors are no longer limited to a single roll of toilet paper and hope. There is now a full spectrum of alternatives designed to meet the evolving needs of aging bodies, products that are softer, smarter, and more empowering. From pre-moistened wipes to travel-friendly bidets, these tools are changing lives, one bathroom at a time. Premoistened wipes offer a gentle, refreshing clean that doesn't require scrubbing or irritation. Many are infused with soothing ingredients like aloe vera and vitamin E, making them ideal for sensitive skin. Unlike dry paper, these wipes lift away residue without abrasion. Portable bidets, small bottles with angled spouts, are another game changer. With just a squeeze, they deliver a stream of water that cleans more thoroughly and more comfortably than wiping ever could. And for those looking for a long-term solution, bidet attachments connected to the toilet offer hands-free cleansing with the push of a button. These attachments can adjust temperature, pressure, and direction, providing seniors with dignity and comfort they may have thought was out of reach. Each of these options caters to a different need, but all share one purpose: to restore ease and self-sufficiency in a place where frustration often creeps in. The real beauty lies in the empowerment they bring. When a senior no longer has to strain, bend, or worry about missing a spot, they don't just feel cleaner, they feel free. Free to go about their day without discomfort, free to enjoy social gatherings without fear, free to care for themselves with pride. At this stage of life, every small victory matters. Finding the right hygiene aid isn't trivial. It's transformative. And while no single product fits everyone, exploring options leads to solutions that feel right for your unique body and lifestyle. At Senior Wisdom, we believe these tools are more than products. They're bridges back to confidence. So if traditional methods no longer serve you, don't hesitate. Embrace the alternatives. Because when you find what works for you, you're not just solving a problem, you're reclaiming a part of your independence. 4. Supportive bathroom tools for stability and comfort. Safety that feels like freedom. For many older adults, the greatest challenge in the bathroom isn't the act of wiping, it's the movement that comes with it. Sitting down, standing up, twisting, or holding balance during hygiene routines can be exhausting and dangerous, especially when mobility is limited or balance feels uncertain. In fact, falls in the bathroom are one of the most common and serious causes of injury among seniors. But with the right support tools in place, the bathroom transforms from a place of risk to a haven of comfort and control. Grab bars installed beside the toilet offer a firm, steady grip when transitioning from sitting to standing. Toilet safety frames, with armrests on either side, provide extra leverage and peace of mind. And raised toilet seats reduce the distance your body has to move, minimizing strain on the knees, hips, and back. These upgrades aren't extravagant. They're essential. They reduce the likelihood of accidents, yes, but just as importantly, they reduce the emotional stress that comes from feeling unsteady. Every time a senior grips a bar and feels secure, it builds confidence. And confidence leads to independence. Comfort matters too. Sitting on a hard plastic toilet seat for an extended period can create pressure points that cause pain, especially for seniors with sciatica, arthritis, or low muscle mass. Padded toilet cushions, some with memory foam or gel inserts, offer much-needed relief and improve circulation. It's a simple upgrade, but for someone managing chronic discomfort, it can be life-changing. The key is not to wait until an injury happens. Proactive adjustments can turn the bathroom into a space that supports aging gracefully, and they don't have to be expensive or complicated. Many products are tool-free, adjustable, and easy to install at home. At Senior Wisdom, we remind every older adult and caregiver, supporting your body in small ways makes a big difference. Safety is not about limitation, it's about freedom. When your bathroom is designed to meet your needs, you don't just feel safer. You feel stronger, braver, and more in control.
If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward.
5. Helpful habits to improve hygiene, ease. Small shifts that make a big difference. Sometimes, it's not the fancy tools or high-tech gadgets that make the biggest impact. It's the simple changes in daily habits that bring real comfort. For older adults, adapting personal hygiene routines can dramatically improve both ease and safety. And it all starts with giving yourself permission to do things differently than you used to. One of the most empowering changes is choosing to sit while wiping. While many were taught to stand, standing can be unstable, energy-draining, and even dangerous as we age. Sitting, especially when supported by a grab bar or a raised toilet seat, offers greater control, better balance, and less physical strain. It might seem like a small shift, but for someone managing dizziness, joint pain, or reduced mobility, it can mean the difference between struggle and ease. Another underrated tool is the torso binder, a soft elastic band originally designed for post-surgery recovery. When worn gently around the midsection, it provides mild compression that helps flatten the belly. For seniors with larger midsections or weakened core muscles, this small amount of support can make reaching easier and more comfortable during hygiene routines. It also encourages better posture, which further increases reach and reduces strain. It's not about squeezing or restricting. It's about gentle support in the right places to help you move with more freedom. And let's not overlook the power of water. Some seniors choose to step into the shower after toileting, especially in the morning or after a bowel movement. It's not only thorough, it's gentle. A handheld shower head with adjustable pressure lets you clean without wiping, scrubbing, or stretching. For those managing incontinence, hemorrhoids, or fragile skin, this approach brings immense relief. Add a shower chair or transfer bench to reduce the risk of slipping, and suddenly, a potentially stressful routine becomes a moment of peace. Each of these habits is rooted in a simple truth. Aging isn't about giving up, it's about adapting with grace. When you change your habits to suit your current body, you're not lowering your standards, you're raising your quality of life. At Senior Wisdom, we encourage every older adult to take pride in their adaptability. There's no shame in doing things differently if it means protecting your health, your dignity, and your sense of control. These little shifts don't just change your routine, they change how you feel in your own body, and that's where true independence begins. 6. Cleanliness starts from within. The healing power of fiber, water, and gentle movement. It may come as a surprise, but one of the most powerful ways to improve hygiene after toileting doesn't begin in the bathroom. It begins in the kitchen and continues with daily movement. Constipation is a widespread issue among older adults. And when bowel movements become hard, sticky, or incomplete, cleanup becomes far more difficult. Not only can this lead to extended time in the bathroom, but it can also result in sore skin, irritation, and frustration. That's why improving internal health is just as important as external solutions. And the good news? It's often easier and more natural than you think. Fiber is the unsung hero of digestive health. Found in foods like oatmeal, beans, lentils, pears, apples, and leafy greens, it helps soften stool and promote regularity. Soluble fiber in particular absorbs water and forms a gel-like substance that helps things move smoothly through your system. Drinking plenty of water, about 8 to 10 cups a day, unless your doctor advises otherwise, supports this process, preventing dry, difficult-to-pass stools that can make wiping uncomfortable or even painful. Daily movement is another key. You don't have to run marathons. Just a short walk after meals, some gentle stretches, or light chair exercises can stimulate digestion and keep things moving. Many seniors find that when they add more fiber, hydrate consistently, and stay lightly active, their bathroom routines become shorter, cleaner, and far less stressful. They spend less time wiping, experience less irritation, and feel more in control. For those who still struggle despite making these changes, fiber supplements like psyllium husk can help, but always consult your doctor before adding any supplement. Sometimes medications, dehydration, or other health issues are at play. But regardless of the root cause, the solution remains the same. Care for your body from the inside out. At Senior Wisdom, we believe that hygiene isn't just about what happens in the bathroom. It's a full-body experience that begins with how you nourish and move. The more you support your digestive health, the easier everything else becomes. It's a quiet but powerful shift that makes every part of your daily routine feel lighter. You deserve that relief. You deserve to feel good in your body, and the path to that feeling might just start with your next meal, your next glass of water, or your next gentle walk around the block. 7. Take your time. You deserve it. Reclaiming bathroom routines with patience and peace. In a world that often seems obsessed with speed and productivity, it's easy to feel pressured, even in the privacy of the bathroom. But for older adults, the act of rushing through personal hygiene can lead to more than stress. It can lead to injury, skipped steps, and a growing sense of frustration. The truth is, your body isn't the same as it was 30 or 40 years ago, and that's okay. Aging is not a failure of function. It's an invitation to slow down and treat yourself with the same gentleness you've offered to others for a lifetime. Hygiene routines shouldn't feel like a race. They should be safe, comfortable, and respectful of your needs. Sitting for an extra moment, breathing deeply, using tools that give you more reach or support. These are not signs of slowing down. They are signs of wisdom. Because rushing, especially with balance issues or joint stiffness, only increases the risk of falls, skin irritation, or incomplete cleaning. And when hygiene suffers, so does your comfort and your confidence. It takes strength to slow down in a world that constantly tells you to hurry. But that strength is exactly what seniors possess in abundance, the kind that comes from experience, perspective, and a lifetime of learning what truly matters. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to power through a task your body isn't ready for. Instead, give yourself the gift of patience. Prepare your space. Make sure the tools you need are within reach. Let go of the clock and focus on how you feel. The bathroom is not just a place of necessity, it can be a sanctuary of self-respect. At Senior Wisdom, we encourage older adults to honor their own rhythm. Take the time to sit down fully before wiping. Use support bars slowly, step by step. Give yourself time to clean thoroughly, without strain. Whether you're using a washcloth, a bidet, or simply adjusting how you sit, do it at your own pace. When you move with intention, you avoid accidents. When you give yourself time, you preserve dignity. The beauty of this stage in life is the freedom to stop rushing, to do things with care, to recognize that your worth isn't in how fast you finish, but in how gently and wisely you move through your day. You are not behind, you are not too slow, you are doing exactly what your body needs, and that is something to be proud of.
If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 7 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward.
8. Final reassurance and encouragement. Your worth hasn't changed, only the way you care for it. There's a quiet moment that many older adults know all too well. It happens when the body doesn't move quite like it used to, when a simple task suddenly feels daunting, and when pride begins to wrestle with frustration. Standing in the bathroom, feeling uncertain or defeated, it's easy to wonder, is this normal? Am I the only one? But here's the answer, clear and true. You are not alone. Not by a long shot, and most importantly, you are not less because something has become harder. You are human. You are aging, and you are adapting, and that is a profound strength. So often, personal hygiene struggles feel invisible, swept aside in silence, but they are real, and they deserve real solutions. With the right tools, support, and perspective, what once felt frustrating can become manageable. Whether it's switching to premoistened wipes, installing a bidet, using grab bars, or simply changing how you sit, these are not signs of decline. They are signs of choice, of taking ownership, of saying, I deserve to feel clean, comfortable, and respected in my own body. Your dignity is not tied to what you can or cannot do in the same way as before. It's tied to how you respond. And when you choose solutions that support your needs, you're honoring your body and your journey. At Senior Wisdom, we want every older adult to know your worth has never changed. Your independence may look different, but it's no less valid. Needing support doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise enough to seek a better way. The path forward is not one of shame or frustration. It's one of empowerment. You are allowed to adapt. You are allowed to change routines that no longer serve you. And you are allowed to feel proud for taking steps to care for yourself in this season of life. The world may not always talk about these challenges, but here, in this space, we do. Because comfort matters, dignity matters, and you matter. So, take heart. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are evolving. And with each step, each adjustment, you are reclaiming control in the most personal and meaningful of ways. Keep going. Keep adapting. And never forget, you are doing just fine. 9. Normalizing the conversation, turning silent struggles into shared strength. There are some topics that rarely make their way into conversation, not because they don't matter, but because they feel too personal, too vulnerable. Bathroom hygiene is one of those topics. Yet for older adults, especially those over 65, it's often a daily concern. When wiping becomes difficult or uncomfortable, many seniors quietly adjust, cope, or even suffer without ever speaking a word. Why? Because the fear of embarrassment is powerful. But here's the truth. Silence only makes the burden heavier, and in that silence, too many seniors feel isolated in something that's actually very common. The moment we begin to talk about it, openly and without shame, everything changes. Normalizing these conversations is one of the most powerful things an older adult can do, not just for themselves, but for others walking the same path. Talking to a doctor, a caregiver, or even a trusted friend about hygiene challenges opens the door to understanding, support, and solutions. It replaces secrecy with shared knowledge. It replaces fear with relief. And most importantly, it sends a clear message. You are not alone. Communities and senior groups are beginning to make space for these conversations. Educational videos, wellness seminars, and online forums are helping break the silence. Seniors who speak up often find that others were waiting for someone to go first. And in that exchange, something beautiful happens. Dignity is restored. Hope is rekindled. The struggle doesn't disappear, but it stops feeling like a secret shame. At Senior Wisdom, we believe that aging with grace means being brave enough to speak your truth. There is strength in admitting, this has become hard. There is wisdom in saying, I need a better way. And there is courage in believing, my comfort matters. Every time you share your experience, you help build a culture of compassion and practical care. You light the path for others who may be struggling in silence. So if you've faced challenges in the bathroom, or if someone you love has, don't bury the discomfort. Bring it into the light. Share what's worked for you. Ask for advice. Know that these conversations are not complaints. They are acts of self-respect. They are how we learn, how we adapt, and how we honor the beautiful changing bodies we live in. Together, we can make personal hygiene a topic not of shame, but of strength. 10. Caregiver compassion, supporting hygiene with dignity and grace. Behind every senior who thrives is often a caregiver, sometimes a spouse, sometimes an adult child, sometimes a trusted friend or professional aide. Helping an older adult with hygiene, especially bathroom routines, is one of the most intimate forms of caregiving, and it is also one of the most meaningful. But how that help is offered makes all the difference. It can be a source of shame or a moment of profound trust and love. The key lies in compassion, respect, and understanding that dignity must remain at the heart of every act of care. For many seniors, asking for help in the bathroom feels like crossing an invisible line. It can feel like losing independence or being seen as less capable. A compassionate caregiver knows this and approaches the task with tenderness, patience, and empathy. They ask before assisting. They offer choices. They never rush or make the person feel like a burden. They help create a space where care feels safe, private, and empowering, not humiliating. Practicality matters too. Caregivers can learn about tools that reduce physical strain for both parties, such as toilet wands, bidet attachments, or raised toilet seats. These tools allow the older adult to do more on their own, restoring some autonomy even in moments of assistance. And for caregivers, they make the job less physically demanding, helping prevent burnout or injury. But the emotional side of care is just as vital. A kind word, a gentle touch, a moment of humor. These small things reassure a senior that they are still seen, still respected, still whole. Caregiving is not easy. It requires patience, humility, and sometimes deep emotional resilience. That's why caregivers also need support, whether it's joining a support group, speaking with a counselor, or taking regular breaks. Caring for oneself is essential in order to care well for others. At Senior Wisdom, we honor caregivers as unsung heroes, people who show up every day in quiet, powerful ways. Their work is not only physical, it's spiritual. It nurtures confidence, calms fears, and helps seniors hold on to their identity in times of change. When a caregiver brings compassion into the bathroom, something sacred happens. It becomes not just a space of function, but a space of connection, where help is offered with honor, where privacy is preserved, where love is spoken in action, and where aging is met not with pity, but with grace. As we age, one of the most powerful lessons life teaches us is this. Dignity is not about doing everything the way we used to. It's about finding new ways to honor our needs with grace. The quiet struggle many seniors face with personal hygiene, especially in the bathroom, reminds us that adaptation is not a weakness. It's wisdom in motion. Our bodies change. Tasks that once seemed simple may now feel frustrating. But that doesn't mean we've lost value. It means we've entered a season where compassion for ourselves matters more than ever. By embracing tools that make life easier, like soft wipes, supportive bars, or just slowing down, we reclaim not only comfort, but control. And when we speak openly about these private challenges, we break the silence that isolates us and build a community of strength and understanding. The message is clear. You are not broken, and you are not alone. You are learning, evolving, and caring for yourself with the same courage that's carried you through life. That is something to be proud of. So let your choices be gentle, your routines mindful, and your self-care full of honor. Because your well-being still matters, deeply, completely, and without apology.
Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today, how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.